Hi everyone, I'm Executive Coach Yuri Galimidi, and I want to wish each and every one of you a personal Happy New Year. In this 6-minute video, I want to share with you a science-based approach that will help you make your 2023 New Year resolution stick. First, I'll explain the concept. Then I will share an example to illustrate how this concept actually works in real life. And then I will describe how you can implement this approach in your own life. The premise underlying this approach is very simple. In order for a new behavior to become a habit that we execute automatically, we need our brain neurons that are associated with that behavior to become hardwired. And in order for them to become hardwired, we have to practice our desired behavior again and again and again until the connections between these specific neurons become permanent. Professor Michael Mezanis coined the term neurons that fire together wire together. That is to say, the more you practice a given behavior, the more the neurons associated with this behavior fire inside your brain. And as they fire repeatedly, they eventually become hardwired. In 2016, New York Times journalist Charles Duhigg came up with a model that explains how our habits are executed. And here is how it works. It all starts with a trigger. It can be something we see or hear or something we feel inside of us. And the moment our brain perceives this trigger, it automatically activates the behavior that is associated with that trigger. Once we execute this automatic behavior, we invariably experience the reward or the pleasure that results from this behavior. And every time we practice this behavior, the hardwiring that encodes the behavior inside of our brain becomes stronger and stronger. Let me give you an example of how it works. Let's say that every evening when the clock strikes 6 o'clock, my brain perceives this trigger. And the moment this happens, my brain tells me, "Hey, Yuri, it's 6 o'clock. It's time to pour your glass of wine." And of course, as soon as I taste my excellent Chardonnay, I experience the reward that is associated with it. And every time I practice this behavior, the neural connections that associate the behavior with a pleasure become stronger. But then, a few years ago, when I went to the doctor for my annual checkup, he said, "Yuri, you have to reduce the amount of wine you're drinking. And you definitely have to exercise more." So I knew that I had to replace my automated wine drinking habit with a new behavior that involves less drinking and more exercise. I also knew that the only way to achieve this change is to practice, and practice again until the new behavior becomes hardwired inside of my brain. So I gifted away my bottles of wine. I bought a membership to the nearest gym. I ordered a new gym bag from Amazon. And I placed this new gym bag in a prominent place in my house so that I could not ignore it when I got home from work every night. And sure enough, after practicing this new behavior for a few months, I started enjoying my gym workout even more than I had enjoyed my glasses of Chardonnay. In order to implement this approach in your own life, you first have to define the behavior that you wish to habitualize. Next, you have to design your trigger, and the stronger and more prominent your trigger, the better. The third step is to identify your reward, the pleasure that you would experience once you executed your new behavior. And sometimes this reward is obvious, whilst in other cases you will have to dig a little bit deeper and do more exploring to identify it. And step number 4 is to practice. Naturally, practice, practice, and practice again. And I can assure you that if you practice consistently for 2 or 3 months, the new behavior will take hold and will become hardwired inside of your brain. I hope that you found this video useful. And if you liked it, please click the subscribe button below and also the bell button so you will get notified every time I release a new video. And also please click the like icon. It will help the YouTube algorithm increase the visibility of my videos. And with that, I wish you a happy and prosperous new year. Take care.